In this PEMCAST, we'll go over solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is one of the most famous formulas in math, and it's one that you're definitely going to want to memorize because it comes up again and again. Just to refresh your memory, the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. And this is for the general quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Again, that's ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are all the coefficients of the x, or the variable. For this question, we're asked to solve x squared minus 8x plus 11 equals 0. So the first thing we're going to want to do is identify our a, our b, and our c. So a equals 1 because the coefficient of x squared is 1. B equals negative 8. And c equals 11. Plugging that into the quadratic formula, we get x equals negative 8 plus or minus the square root of negative 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times 11 all over 2 times 1. From there we can simplify. Negative times a negative right here is a positive, plus or minus the square root of negative 8 squared is positive 64, minus 4 times 1 times 11, which is 44, all over 2 times 1, which is 2. This equals 8 plus or minus the square root of 20, all over 2. The square root of 20 we can reduce by looking at its factors. The square root of 20 can be broken down into the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. And we know that the square root of 4 can be broken into 2 times the square root of 5 left over from the 20. So that means that this equals 8 plus or minus 2 square root 5 all over 2. Since we have a 2 in common between the 8, the 2 root 5, and the 2 in the denominator, we can reduce this all by 2, giving us 4 plus or minus the square root, or 1 times the square root of 5 all over 1, which is the same thing as 4 plus or minus the square root of 5, which is our final answer. Make sure that you remember that unless the number is common between every term in this expression, it will not be able to be factored out. For example, if we had 8 plus or minus the square root of 5 over 2, you cannot say that equals 4 plus or minus square root 5, because there's not a 2 in common here.